So, um, starting off, like, these are the newses we get for the next what for the next week from Monday 2014. I'm sorry, like Monday, Feb 20, 24th of 2025, right? Till first March. So we can see we only got one news on Tuesday, no news Monday. With Wednesday there's no news, and Thursday we got two news. Also Friday, but for me, I think Monday will be like a little. We'll move, right? Monday I think we'll move, like, basically depending on like this PA, the perception of this week. I think Monday will move, and I basically looking at this week to be a little. It will either start right away to be explosive on Monday or Tuesday, or we might like. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get into the charts. But these are the news we got for this week, right? These are the news. So, and let's say 8:30, 2:30, 4 p.m. and all the EUG. So I'll be looking at. I won't say, I won't say like Thursday or something, but I think Thursday will be like, yeah. I'm looking to trade for. I think this week will give out a like great PA. I think this week will be great. Just the narrative which could have been like for this week, I'll be like, I think will be continued into the next week, right? So it will basically depend. So as we get into the new month, this month has to close. So let's see. Let's go into the charts. Okay, so let me, as you know, I always invert the XY. So starting off, how this week closed is basically not that great, right? So we closed below this low, this high, right? We still have this high, and right now we also have this high and this low, right? Previous week's low. So let me mark this out, right? So what I expect is like right now this week, this on the weekly time frame, PA is in that like much into what to say like what I expect or something. But on the daily, let's go on the daily, let's see what happens. Because if you see here, right, price respected this last week is low, high, my bad, because it is inverted. It is a low but inverted, right? So this is our range for the next week, and remember this is also PSP, right? So remember, every candle is a range. Every range, you know this stuff, right? So this is our range right now. It is also a PSP, right? It is also a PSP. Let's go down to the daily time frame. The daily, this is our range right now, from that low to this. Should we right? So we have that range. Which one? This one, we have this range, right? And closing out closing up this week, we can see like price reacting off this what this week, this fair value gap, the daily fair value gap. So right now for me, I take this low as a protected low. This is I take this as a protected low, right? And For this, I'll be like from high to this low. Premium and discount. Yeah, that's like premium. So when I look at this, we have this fair value gap right here, right? We have that fair value gap, right? No, not that way. Let me. We have this fair value gap, right? And so I don't expect price to return to this low, for this low, right? Yeah, so I expect to strip off this, then form a simply like go higher. This is still like my target. This high is still my target, right? This high is still my target. So I'm looking at that fair value gap, right? Something like right. So I would like to see something, right? Or we can even leave this as a breakout gap, right? It will depend how man. It will mostly depend how man opens, right? How like how will price gap up this, right? Because we can form a gap. We have always to consider like the Monday price action, mostly for us who use DXY mostly to determine our biases, right? Because sorry, because like a gap can happen, right? Like this, right? This. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing for what? It's a normal thing for DXY, and we have to consider that one also, right? But when we go down to the 4 hour, that's where price like gets more fun to read, right? As you see, last week, this last week, right? This week, yesterday Friday, because like I want to use past tense because we have like for the trades we are done for this week, right? So don't take me wrong, right? So we crossed this week, returning to this fair value gap right here, right? So for me, I think if we don't gap that much, we might just fill up this fair value gap, this for our fair value gap, to go what? To go higher, right? We might just fill up the fair value gap, then we go higher, right? And and look, take out this what? The highs, take out the range high, then go higher till we reach out for our target, right? But we also have to consider that this is like the last week of the month, right? But the last week of the month, and we might get like a little bit of retracement. So after that, we are I'm looking upon this high and this high, but mostly price will be determined about by this fair value gap, this 4 hour fair value gap and the daily, which are like mostly it look like they are in sync, right? They are in the same space, right? The daily is just barely off, right? So I think this fair value gap will mean a lot for the next week PA, right? So I don't expect price to take out this low. So if price in any way takes out this low, I will reanalyze my everything, right? So I think Monday, if Monday like doesn't like move much, I think Monday will just dip into this like go low, go higher or lower, because it is inverted, right? So I'm looking at this price action, but I also remember like this week, the week this week's objective wasn't like finished, right? I don't believe this was the objective of the last week. So I believe Monday, I don't think we'll have this the next week. I don't think we will be having like a midweek reversal, right? So for me, when I say midweek reversal, mostly I mean like the Wednesday, right? But for this week, I think we might, if we are to go higher, we might get the low of the week. Either it can even be on Monday, right? But for me, I think it will be either Monday or Tuesday, right? Not not Wednesday, right? So for me, I think we will get like that price Tuesday, Thursday, reach for the targets, right? Like make out like the weekly range, then Friday to return back into the range, right? That's the whole idea, right? That's the whole idea. But because looking at this price action, we can see like price was barely trying to like get out of this, right? But I think we didn't get that much of time because the day was almost like closing, right? When I get to the 1 hour time frame, right? When I get to the 1 hour, let me make it shorter. And by the give, sometimes you have to give room for your bias, right? Don't get the ego. Don't have an ego. Everyone can be wrong at any time, right? So this is what we have in the hourly time frame. This alone for me it meant a lot, right? Just price reacting of this. I expected this, but for the next week I might even like be looking for trades every single day, apart from Monday, right? Because I think next week will be like great to see. So we have this low or high stroke high. We have this previous day low, which is monthly low, right? Monthly, yeah, my bad. Friday's low, right? So we have that low, which is so for me. I think price will reach out, will sweep out this into the equilibrium. I don't want to see price go deep into the equilibrium, right? I want at least either to like tip on it, then go higher. I don't want to see like a big retracement back into the range, right? I want to see like fast price action away from this low, right? If after sweeping it out, right? Fast price action, very fast price action. So that's the whole idea for then going to the next week. That's the whole idea, right? And when when we see what when we see price like disrespecting this fair value gap, then I will start to consider like this week to just go lower to form a, like liquidity into this size so that the next month makes this as its objective, right? So it will basically depend on Tuesday's price action, right? Tuesday's price action. So if we, and remember what I say, if we don't respect this fair value gap, right? Price will like take this low, form liquidity on both sides, so that the next month that will be like our narrative, right? But all that, when all that is done, right? I will, let me go into like EU and GBP, but mostly you know what? For me, the analysis for DXY is the same analysis for GBP and EU. Just what differs is the like the levels, right? So let's go into GBP and EU, right? So GBP, we still have these highs right here, right? respected this low, this high, but the way to know when each price is low, how the way to know when price is like low probability, it is when we fail to make out new fair value gaps, right? We fail to make out new fair value gaps. That's when you know that price is like low probability, right? So this is what we got on the weekly, right? And when you get down to the daily, right, this I I don't want to see this liquidity, this highs. I don't want to see this high. On the daily, price is I don't, what should I even call it? I don't think this PA deserves even a name, right? But I would say right now I don't have much to say about like the daily time frame on GBP. Let's just drop to the 4 hour. That's where I think things will be like a little bit clear, right? Right. So on the 4 hour time frame, price closed on Friday while trying to fill up this gap, right? And right now we can see the reaction. So I think Friday we will be having like our what SSMT within here, like, right? So I still look upon this high and this new created highs, right? So I am still looking upon this high and that high, right? I don't want price to return back into that low right here, right? So and EU I'll also go direct to the 4 hour time frame, same stuff, right? Cause we were like filling up this fair value gap of the 4 hour time frame. So I'm looking upon these highs right here, and after that let me just make it this high, cause this high, then this, basically that's it, right? I want to see price get into that. So I think that's it, guys. See you. Don't forget, by the way, to like subscribe or something. Don't forget. And see you. It was nice having you.